Hey, Shalom. I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah HaKodash. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. A sincere Shalom, Labakarium, Shah, Yasha Allah. That's peace to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. Who you're looking at here, this is a channel that I follow. I got this channel from the Elder Malcolm of Chicago. You know, this is Survival Lily, and I've been watching her for about a year now. And you know, she goes in, she stays current with what's going on over there in Europe. I forget where she's out of. Is it Australia or something? You know, but she brings out some good points in this particular lesson here. She's going to focus on a magazine from 1997, which will give us 30 years. We're in the year 2024 AD. So it's been about 30 years from this magazine. And this is this will put you in the mind frame of the elites, you know, and one day I'll give them, you know, they have a lot of patience, you know, but when you bring in the world to a new world order, to a new shaping, a new foundation, right? A new beginning, you're going to need a stretch. You're going to need patience, you know, but inside of this magazine, there's going to be an article that was written predicting the future of 2020. Now, mind you, this magazine was, this particular edition came out in 1997. So we're gonna look at it. I'm gonna let her speak, introduce herself, and let her speak, and then we're gonna get some scriptures on it.
And I'm really sorry to say, but the bad news don't stop. So today I have a really concerning article for you guys, which is this one here. This here is an issue by the George magazine, and it was written in February 1997. And
you can download the first thing you see is, you see the bottom, the future. You know, these are the windows that this man look into. You see in the background, you know, you see the mountains back there. You know, you see the woman. This could be considered like the scarlet covered whore that you read about in Revelation 17. You know, so but you focus on that, the future, because this is their future plans. Okay.
This article in the internet, I will try to find a link and post it below. So this was written in 1997, and back then they were wondering what the future will look like in 20 years. So here the title says, Survival Guide to the Future. On this page, which is really interesting, you can see that they have predicted a pandemic for 2020. So here they are saying, worst case scenario, an overpopulated planet choked to extinction by a lung-attacking virus. Okay? I'm wondering how they could exactly predict this for 2020. Maybe it was luck, I don't know. It's true that frightening global epidemics could arise from a new retrovirus, a killer flu, or an Ebola-type pathogen running out of control. Because our technology and our behavior have sped up microbial evolution, reducing the threat of new plagues will demand thoughtful efforts. Slowing population growth, keeping our food and water clean, and setting up global systems to monitor infectious diseases and microbial drug resistance, for instance. So
now this, mind you, this was written in 1997. Okay? And this was set to take place in 2020, which we had that pandemic. You know, we got the Vanessa, so to say. Right? We got a few things already out of this article that's popping off. But it's going to get better. You know, because this man, he likes to run his mouth. You know, And that's what we're seeing right now. You know, he likes to do a lot of talking. You know, and it's a certain thing called let me get it. Give me 1 second. This is called the revelation of the method, right? Let me see. Let me get out of here. Yeah, this is the revelation of the method, okay? Now let me go to a part. Let me see here. This is revelation of the method, right? Revelation of the method, or ROM as it is often abbreviated, is an occult art wired by the puppeteers behind the scenes of our society. It's the practice of revealing hidden truths and sinister agendas in plain sight, cloaked in symbolism and subtext. It's the method by which they toy with our collective psyche, basically mind raped. Basically, forcing us to co-create a future we never asked for. Because when you go into the method, the definition of the method, right? A method deals with a path, a track, or a road. So they force you through methods like this, as well as predictive programming, which is the sibling to revelation of the method, to go down a certain way that you basically in a nutshell, they're shaping your future through television, through ads, through your phone, through your schools, your churches. So they've been doing this for decades, landing us where we at now, to where people are just so, asleep, walking right into this new world order, ready to take this MOTB, and don't even know why. Okay? So let me finish this definition here. It says, cloaked in symbolism and subtext, it's the method by which they toy with our collective psyche, forcing us to co-create a future we never asked for. Through the magic of storytelling and media, because they got certain things, I forget this word, it's called mythics, where they mix mathematics and mythicism together, which would come out into basically like let's say like animation, storytelling, which goes back to Hollywood. So Hollywood plays a very important part with the New World Order, with getting people in control. That's why the television was one of the most deadliest things that America could give everyone. But you can't shape their future without the television. Now the television is on your phone. So it says storytelling and media, they manipulate our perception, influencing our choices, and bending our reality to their will. And the magazine companies at the time, we remember this magazine. It was a very popular magazine, in the 90s. And they did it through the magazines as well. So they telling you back in 1997 what will be happening in 2020, and now it's happening. Now there's thousands, tens of thousands that read this article, read this magazine, and their mind was shaped to be conditioned to what's going on now. But it gets deeper.
Correct prediction by Arno Kallen, who was the author of this segment here. But that's not everything. So now let's look what else they have predicted for 2020. Alright, now here they have predicted the violence for 2020. Recent opinion polls show that Americans, perhaps thanks to the movie industry apocalyptic visions, conjure up a future filled with frightening images of violence, rampant drug abuse, a gun in every glove compartment, and a Robocop on every corner.
A
New
Robocop,
methods-
that's them new robots they got patrolling the New York subways, those robo dogs. I saw France come out with theirs the other day. You know, the Civil War that's being predicted. So they already know, you know, with the borders being open, now they're making your average American jealous because they saying that the immigrants are collecting more welfare than them. They're receiving more pampering. They end up in these hotels. They're taking over the schools, which is angering, you know, the Black and Hispanic community. So they know violence is on the horizon. And all this was in this article from 1997. Which show Esau swear he got his hand on the wheel, not knowing that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua wrote about this hundreds of years ago before he was even in authority. This is how his world ends, to bring in Yahweh's kingdom.
Fighting crime take hold, and we move closer to a cashless society.
You see that? Let me rewind that.
New methods of fighting crime take hold, and we move closer to a cashless society.
Now you see that? Now, mind you, in 1997, that word cashless society wasn't used. Because I can't remember hearing that. You understand? That's a frequent word at this time. Cashless society, which is everywhere. So they had that back then. And now you go to certain stores, they say no cash allowed, no cash accepted. Everything is either by the swiping or by the chip. Which brings to come to pass Revelations 13, chapter 16, 17 verse. Where now you can't participate, you can't buy or sell without that digital all up in you. The MOTB, the mark of the beast. So we see where the elites, they see this is they're at the end of their rope now. This is their ending agenda. Okay? But see, the Lord is the Lord is on the ass, man. This is Psalms 64, verse 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret, because these are all secret counsels, at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. And when you go into this word secret, you know, because this is what they doing. These are their secret counsels, man. Making mockery. Remember, revelation of the method, man, is to show you their secrets right in your plain sight without you even knowing.
Strong's H 4565. Mistard.
Masathar, which is secret place, hiding place. This is their think tanks, right? Let's see what we can glean from this here. Secret place, secret. Let me go into the root real quick. To hide, man. This was all like they counseled that was hidden places, man. Hide, to conceal. Right? What else we got here? Secret, okay? So this is what they've been doing in the dark. So now everything is coming out. And now this man is getting real bold about these secrets, man. It says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. That's the elect. Suddenly do they shoot, and they about to let this thing off. You know, they just did a test run with the phones, the communication systems. You best believe in the next few months, it's about to get real interesting, man. Real interesting. It says, suddenly do they shoot, they about to make a move. And fear not, They encourage themselves in an evil manner. That New World Order is evil. Them planting that MOTB in you, that's evil, man. But they encourage themselves in an evil manner. They commune of laying snares privately, which are traps. They say, who shall see them, man? At least they think so. But the Lord got them, man. The Lord got them in his sights.
In which the ubiquity of electronic transactions will cripple the underground economy. Sure, if you believe that. Then they say down here, we are going to have two societies, one wired and cashless, another that's illegitimate and hasn't graduated from high school.
And that's those that don't take it. That's basically you going to be on the grid. I mean, let her say that again. Listen to this.
Cashless society in which the ubiquity of electronic transactions will cripple the underground economy. Sure, if you believe that. Then they say down here, we are going to have two societies, one wired and cashless, another that's illegitimate and hasn't graduated from high school.
And that's those that don't go with the cashless society. Remember, you won't be able to buy or sell without this thing, man. So they was real bold, man. They've been doing this. They're putting their plans right in your face.
Unbelievable. So now let's check what else they've written in this article. And that's also really interesting. In the meantime, jails are overflowing with non-violent drug offenders, while rapists wait for vacancies. If recent polls and new state laws are any indication, the time is ripe for drug policy reform. Meanwhile, grown-ups may be saying yes to performance-enhancing drugs. Prozac has become more culturally acceptable. As these drugs improve, we may see employers preferring to hire people who take these drugs. Wow, I can't believe it. Then also here they are writing, rogue warriors could wreak havoc in cyberspace, where an attack on US computer systems could disable the military. Then also about foods, they're writing that where an attack on US computer systems could disable the military.
Now, what did we just have the other day? Cyber attacks going on all over the place. So that's what he does. He's laying it out. The revelation of the method, putting it right in your face through his media. Man, back in Psalm 64, verse 6, they search out iniquity. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. And they've been digging deep, man. They've been waiting, patiently waiting in the cut. For the time is now. Or at least they think so. NLT. And they plot their crimes. They say, we have devised the perfect plan. Yes, the human heart and mind are cunning. And that's very, very cunning. How they got this thing together. And it's according to them, looks like everything going according to plans. Not knowing them UFOs are here for a reason. The Lord about to disappoint the devices of the crafty.
Also about food, they are writing that the vast majority of daily meals will be prepared by professionals to be taken home or delivered.
That's them 15-minute cities. They even got that in there. So basically, no more cooking. So everything is now being ran by Grubhub, all these little apps. Within minutes, man, you don't even go to the supermarket no more. You do your food shopping on the phone. All this was gathered up. This is part of their plan.
You to cook anymore. I wonder why. And then also here at the beginning of the issue is a very interesting sentence. As a general rule, beware of those who predict the future.
Except of course. Beware of those who predict the future. Who you think they talking about? Those who's out there calling themselves prophets. Those out there on the highways and byways, man. They got to put that in there too. You got to, because the end in time deal with the men of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua out there predicting that he won't get away with this, that you won't win. As they see this unfolding, the men of the Lord are out there pointing the finger at them, man, that they go into the gates of the nobles. They knew the men of the Lord was on the scene. The men of the Lord was on the scene. All elders and apostles was on the scene in 1997, man. So they know that the men of the Lord shows up when all this is taking place. They know that. They know that, but they say, look, don't listen to those crazy men. Okay? It says, this is Isaiah 13:1. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain. That's these scriptures. And that mountain represents the highest mountain. It's America. That's the government. Exhort the voice unto them, meaning you speaking out against the atrocities. Okay? You speaking loudly. You out there in the opening. It says, shake the hand, meaning we pointing you out, we accusing you, that they may go into the gates of the nobles. And the gates of the nobles represent the high ones, the mighty ones. So they understand that the men of the Lord shows up at a time like this. So they were like, look, don't listen to these guys that's trying to predict the future, man, because it doesn't end well for E. They don't like what the men of the Lord got to say, man. Okay? Let's say that again.
Was those who start prepared by professionals to be taken home or delivered. So they don't want you to cook anymore. I wonder why. And then also here at the beginning of the issue is a very interesting sentence. As a general rule, beware of those who predict the future.
That's a general
except,
rule.
Of course, those who study it or own it.
So in other words, we own the future, man. We're God. We're God, not them. Listen to us, not those men that's saying it's not going to work out. It's not going to go that way. Don't take this. Don't take that. Listen to us.
Know that you can own the future. So this is really new to me. Then also here, the interview is saying that we could make direct democracy. So voting on every issue that politicians want to change. But then our friend Bill Gates is saying, I personally think representative democracy is better. Elected representatives can be a lot more thoughtful. In the future, we'll have to choose representative democracy, not because it's the only system available, but because we believe that it's the best approach available. So yeah, they don't want to have direct democracy because then a lot of things would change. Okay, what else? What else do we have in this very eye-opening article? Because I can't believe that there's so much truth in here. Yeah, then also they don't like communities. Physical communities were really primary when we were all just farming together and there were no telephones and no books. As you make the world a smaller place, ties to people in your proximity are paradoxically reduced.
That goes into the Georgia Guidestones.
Because
listen to that.
I can't believe that there's so much truth in here. Yeah, then also they don't like communities. Physical communities were really primary when we were all just farming together and there were no telephones and no books. As you make the world a smaller place, ties to people in your proximity are paradoxically reduced. But those physical communities impose cultural standards in a stronger way than when you are free of those constraints and don't have that kind of attachment. By the way, they're also writing here, it's best for the government to sort of sit back and see how it develops. And where there are problems, fine, okay, the government can step in.
So yeah, this is your world. This is your world. You see Survival with Lily, and this man is bold. This man is bold. To put that in there now, you got to think about it, in 1997, that was far out. 9/11 didn't even happen yet, man. So that was like a far out future. Man, that had never happened. That was way out there, man. And look, we sitting in it right now. Everything that article was breaking down, and that's Esau, you know, with their cunning, devised plans. You know, not knowing, once again, Let's stay right here. Psalm 64. It says, but Yahweh shall shoot at them with his arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. They're not preparing for this. They think they're going to get it off. But Yahweh himself will shoot them with his arrows, suddenly striking them down. And that's going to be that overkill with those bombs being summoned out of those silos, man. And them chariots coming back. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And that's them telling on themselves. That's that magazine. But nobody believed it at that time, at that year, 1997. They said, man, this is a far out world right here. This ain't going to happen. And now, look, we sitting in it. They made you believe that there was a killer bug in the air you breathe and that you had to take some liquid, some experiment liquid in your veins to survive. Now look at you. It says, their own tongue will ruin them, and all who see them will shake their heads in scorn. And all men shall fear and shall declare the work of Yahweh, for they shall wisely consider his doings. And this is what they're not expecting, man. So they think they're going to get this off. So I just wanted to bring that out, man. I was watching this a minute ago. I said, I'm going to say a couple words on it. Yep, this is Survival Lily. You can go over here to our channel. This is our channel. You know, if you want to check the rest of this video out, I'm going to just stop it right there. You know, I think the point was made. You know, very concerning article. And then this is this man using his, you know, his weapon, the media and magazines was flowing at that time, you know, to get his point across. And now we sitting in it. But what this man don't know is that our Lord is coming. One more scripture. Our Lord's coming back. Our Lord is here, man. You know, that's the prophecy in Daniel's, the 2nd chapter. He doesn't get this off. The Lord said, I'm going to catch him while he eating, man. Right before he fill his belly, the Lord going to send an arrow through his ass. This is Job 5, verse 12. He, speaking about the Lord, disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. He frustrates the plans of schemers, so their work of their hands will not succeed. So the Lord is watching this whole thing go down. You best believe this man's coming to an end. There will be no new world order for you, Esau. Even though it sounds good, there will be no world ran this way. Right before you about to get this off, you're going to get some of them devices up in these people. The majority of these people going to take it because they're not written in the Lamb's book of life. So the only ones you get is those foreordained for destruction. But the Lord's that great kept amongst that cluster, man. That remnant, you don't get that remnant, man. You know? So we want to end it right there, giving all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. A sincere Shalom, Labakarium, Shah Yasha'Allah. That's peace to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. We here. You see it. You see it, man. This was a very interesting video. Shalom.